now that we're done with quadratic equations, we can move on to quadratic inequalities. And when you have an inequality, you are going to find the critical value by solving the equation as if it were equated to 0. Then your next step is going to be drawing the critical values on a number line, drawing the shape of a parabola, and then giving the values of x for which the inequality is true. This may sound a bit complex and confusing, but don't worry, I'll show you how to do it and it'll be all super easy. Okay, let's look at an example with quadratic inequalities. As you can see here, we have an inequality negative x squared minus 3x plus 10 is less than or equal to 0. And I think my first step here is going to be to get rid of this negative x squared, so I can go ahead and factorize this trinomial. What I'm going to do is divide through by negative 1, and so that'll give me an answer of x squared plus 3x minus 10. And we know that when we divide an inequality by a negative, we are going to have to change the signs, and so the end result is going to be that is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, let's go ahead and resolve this inequality. If we're factorizing, the factors of x are going to be 1x and 1x, and the factors of 10 are going to be 3 and 2. We have a negative 10 here, so one of these is going to have to be negative, and we know that our middle value is 3, so we are going to, it's 5 and 2. So we are going to subtract a 2 from this 5, right? Factorizing that, we're going to have an answer of x plus 5, x minus 2 is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so our critical values are going to be negative 5 and positive 2. If we draw that in on a number line, down here, you have a negative 5 and a positive 2. We can see that this is a smiley, right? So our values are going to be, for values that are greater than or equal to 0, everything that is below negative 5 on this number line and everything that is above positive 2 on this number line. Drawing that out correctly, we're going to have x is an element of negative infinity to negative 5, and x is an element of 2 to positive infinity. All right. And we're going to insert square brackets because it is greater than or equal to, including our values. Okay. I would now like you to pause and try one of these examples. I will give you a minute or two. Awesome. So now that you've had a chance to pause and try, let's see how you did. In this example, we were given this inequality 3x squared plus 3x minus 7 is less than 0. Now, we do not have 1 as our coefficient to our x squared. Therefore, I think the best option for us here would be to solve this equation using the quadratic formula. Now, obviously, you remember the quadratic formula from earlier, negative b plus minus the root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. To plug that into our equation, or to plug our equation into this formula, we're going to get an answer of negative 3 plus minus the root of 3x, 3 squared, minus 4, 3 minus 7. All over 2 multiplied by 3. And our two values are going to be x is equal to 1, 1, 2, and x is equal to negative 2, 1, 2. Okay, let's keep these values in mind whilst we draw our number line. in this number line, you have your negative 2, 1, 2, and you have your value of 1, 1, 2. And this is our parabola. You can see that it's a smiley parabola, and as we're looking for values that are less than 0, it's going to be everything between these 2 points. Therefore, our answer is going to be x is an element of 2, negative 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2. And that is how you solve an inequality.